Phasing out a circuit is the process of checking the voltage at an open point on a line to make sure the phases are in the right order. This should always be done before bringing two energized phases together. To check phase, we're going to use STB's phasing voltmeter. This meter has 5 different dial settings: capacitance tap sensing, capacitance tap phasing, line sensing, line phasing, and battery testing. Before using the meter, you should always perform 2 tests: the battery test and the proof test. To check the battery, turn the dial to BT. If the needle doesn't deflect, do not attempt to use the meter and remove it from service until the battery is changed and proper operation is verified. If the needle does deflect, it's safe to continue. To proof test the meter for direct line contact, set the dial to LP, line phasing. Then install the phasing cable and probe and turn on the included tester. Touch the phasing probe to the stationary washer and push down on the raised washer with the meter probe until the red light glows. The needle should deflect between 3 and 6 kV. Next, use both probes to push down on the raised washer. The needle should now read less than 2 kV. If the red light does not turn on or the needle does not move, check the tester's battery. If the battery is good, the meter is defective and should be removed from service immediately. After testing, the meter can now be used to check phasing on overhead conductors or underground direct bushing contacts. Just be sure that your phasing meter and live line tools are rated for the voltage being tested. On this 12 kV line, we'll confirm proper phase sequence between the open points of the same phase. When approaching the line, always stay clear of the insulated jumper connecting the meter and phasing probes. If the meter reads 0, the phases are in sequence or the meter is malfunctioning. To make sure it's not malfunctioning, perform a cross-phase check after any 0 reading. If the meter shows voltage between corresponding conductors of an open point, the phase sequence has been changed. If these conductors were connected, a circuit fault would occur. This means the troubleshooting process must begin. Once the proper phasing sequence over the open point is proven, the line can be closed. Some companies utilize capacitance test points for underground conductors. For this kind of test, turn the phasing voltmeter dial to CP, capacitance tap phasing. Perform the same proof test as before, but recognize a couple differences on CP mode. Needle deflection should be greater than full. When you touch the probes together on the raised washer, needle deflection should read less than 5 kV. After testing, the meter can now be used to check phasing on primary underground lines at capacitance test points. To do this, remove the caps on the test points using a live line tool. Now, take both probes and touch them to the capacitance test points on both ends of the same phase. A 0 reading means the phases are in sequence, or the meter is malfunctioning. To ensure the meter is working properly, a cross-phase check should follow any 0 reading. Once the proper phasing sequence over all open points is proven, the line can be closed. Always follow manufacturer specifications and your company's guidelines when checking phase sequence.